What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man Chazz Ellis once again. And a lot of ladies ask me, what is it that makes guys fall in love with somebody? Why is it that guys fall in love with one girl but not the other? Well, here are three things that make guys fall in love. Number one, loyalty. This is one of the biggest things for a man, especially when you're talking about a man who has a lot of options. When you're talking about a guy who is good looking, who has an outgoing personality, who is financially stable, and this is generally what people are looking for, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shoot, you want to be with somebody who is desirable, right? Cool. But the thing about that is pretty much every girl they deal with is trying to cook for them. Every girl they deal with is giving them sexual gratification, if you will. Any girl that they deal with is trying to be around them on a regular basis. Pretty much anybody. But loyalty is something that most people in the world don't provide, whether they're male or female. Most people are fair weather. That means if things are going well for you and you're making me happy and everything is cool, then we're cool. But if you ever dip in any way or things don't go your way, see ya. Hope you get it together. That's how people generally act. So when you show that loyalty, when you show a person that, hey, I'm actually with you through thick and thin, and you don't get very many opportunities to show people that you're loyal, especially when the person is doing well. So when you get those moments where you can stand up for them, when you, like your friend or somebody says something and you stand up for them, it shows that person that you're really with them. When you get those moments that you can do something to show them that you have their back, that's when you separate yourself from everybody else. When you actually show that you're there for them and who they are on the inside, and not because they're handsome, not because they got a nice car, not because they're cool and everybody gives them high fives at the club. You get what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you show a certain level of loyalty, because that's what gets into a guy's heart and separates you from everybody else. Number two, support. When you support a guy's dreams, when you support a guy's goals, they may not necessarily need you to really participate at a high level, but just when you show that you're there and that you believe in them and believe in what they're going to do next, and even if it's outside of what they're already doing. Like if you're dealing with somebody who's really succeeding in business and just killing it, they know that you're going to support their business because they're making money already. They're balling. They don't really, if I'm over here buying Bentleys with the money from my business, everybody supports my business. But when I have a different idea, when I'm trying to say, hey, I'm going to take up the violin, and you're like, I know you would kill it, babe. Do it. When you're the only person supporting things like that have not already come to fruition, then you show that level of support that other people wouldn't show. Other people wouldn't necessarily say, hey, you're going to take up the violin or you're going to do a new business endeavor. I'm down with that. Most people just want to go with what you already have accomplished and what you're already successful at. That's not really support because they don't need it. When you support something that they're doing that's outside of what they're already successful at, it separates you from everybody else who just tries to ride the bandwagon. Most people want to take all of the good that comes along with something, but they don't want to put any effort into helping a person come along or helping a person develop something. They just want to reap the benefits. So you can separate yourself, and that really touches a guy's heart and makes you more valuable than anyone else that he's ever dealt with, because most people were just along for the ride. Number three, consistency. This is something that you really don't see a lot. People do things, but they do it for short periods of time. You know, you're happy one day, you're helpful one day, you're sweet one day. Then, you know, you just go totally left and you're not sweet. You're not helpful. You don't care anymore. You're not trying to help the person accomplish anything. You're not trying to be there for the person. You're not showing that love. A lot of times what happens is people come into a situation trying to get something. And when a guy has options, they're already spotting this. They know that most women they deal with are going to come in for the first 6 months, maybe even a year, and try to act like They're the greatest women in the world. They're the most supportive, the most trusting, the most loyal, all of this stuff. They already know that that's what you're going to do because you're going to try to get married or you're going to try to lock that person down as quick as possible. They already know that. So if you're not consistent, then you're going to attract a dude that doesn't have any options that you don't want, but you're not going to be able to keep the guy that has options, that has other opportunities, because he's looking for consistency. He's making sure that once you feel locked into the relationship, you're still going to act the same as you did before. He's making sure that that's your core character, so it's not going to change, rather than an act that you're putting on to accomplish something like getting a wedding ring, which don't do that, because that's wasting your time and really not going to be beneficial to you. But anyway, be consistent. If you're consistent, that shows somebody that you're going to keep being the same as time goes on, and it makes them more invested in you. And now they separate you from everybody else. Because that's really all love is for a guy, is saying, how are you different from the chicks that I smash? I'm just being real. That may sound harsh, but how are you different from the chicks that I would just smash? When you make yourself different, then there's an emotional connection that puts you guys on the same level. If you can't do that, I don't care if y'all been together for 10 years, you're no different from the girls that they would just be smashing. Hopefully I was able to help you out. Once again, it's your man, Chazz Ellis. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with somebody else.